Hi, everybody. It's me, Mr. Peets. Hi. I'm going to show you how to draw a room in perspective. So, you're going to need just regular printer paper. You need a pencil. I prefer you use a pencil so that if you make any mistakes, of course, you can erase them. And then I have this triangle here that I'm going to use as my straight edge. I'm going to use this longer side, maybe even some of these shorter sides. Again, you can use a ruler. Anything that has literal straight edge, you can use, like the side of a piece of paper, if that works for you. Okay, so we're going to start off by drawing a room. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to draw a horizon line and a vanishing point. Now, the horizon line and vanishing point, I just for the sake of learning this, are in the middle, but it does not have to be in the middle. You actually can have your horizon line up or down. And your vanishing point must be on the horizon line, but it doesn't have to be in the middle. It could be anywhere along that horizon line. So, just for the sake of learning, I do have it kind of centered. It, again, doesn't have to be perfectly centered. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the back wall first for our room. So using my straight edge, I'm going to just kind of draw sort of like this, somewhat of a rectangular, like, I don't know, it takes up about 50-60% of the paper. A long rectangle, kind of looks like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be super perfect, but try to make it, try to make it as rectangular and parallel as possible as you can. Okay, so I have this rectangle here. Okay, it goes all the way around the vanishing point. And again, it's about 50-60% of the paper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put little dots on each vertice of that rectangle. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the orthogonal lines that are going to act as the corners of the room itself. All right, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with this point first. I'm going to line up my straight edge so that the vanishing point and this corner is on that straight edge. All right, so these are kind of lined up. And then I'm going to start from this corner and draw to the edge of the paper. All right, I'm not drawing in, I'm drawing out. So it should look something like this. Now notice that it's not touching the corner of the paper. That I really don't care about. Don't worry about it going to the corner of the paper. If it just so happens to do that, then that's fine. As long as it's coming from the vanishing point, which is super, super important. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for this corner. Okay, so I lined up those 2 points. Do the same for over here. So I'm lining up vanishing point and this vertice. And I drew that line, and the last one I'm going to do right here. So I have my vanishing point, corner, and I draw to the edge of the paper. So now, at this point, what you might want to do is you might want to kind of push your paper away, arm's length away from your face, because the idea that you want to try to get is that this right here is your back wall. These are your side, this is your side wall. This is your floor, and this is your ceiling. All right? That's what I want you to try to, I want you to try to see that. As long as you can see that, it'll make this process a lot easier. If you don't see it, then just continue to follow along, and I promise you, you will see it. Okay? Now, we're going to draw one door, and I want to put the door against this side wall. All right? So, starting from I'm going to take my straight edge, starting from the floor, so right here at that corner, I'm going to draw a vertical line going up. I'm going to stop right about here. Okay? And then I'm going to put a little point right at the top. And then I need the top of the door to be orthogonal. So I'm going to line up my vanishing point and the top of that door. So you can see both of those dots are on the straight edge. I'm going to draw the top of the door, maybe about that long. Okay? And then from this point, I'm going to go straight down so that your door, this line here and this line here, are going to be parallel. Okay? Super, super important. We're going to do the same thing over here for the window. So, but the window is going to be a little bit different. See, a door goes all the way down to the floor, right? But a window is going to be in the middle. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to draw the length of the window, and I'll put it like right over here. That's where I've decided. So I'm going to draw a vertical line, okay? And it's about that long. And I'm going to put a point at the bottom and one at the top. Then I'm going to get my straight edge, line it up, so this is the orthogonal part, vanishing point and this dot, and I'll draw the bottom of the window. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm staying along that vanishing point, and I'm going to line it up with the top point so that these two are now on here, and I'm going to draw the top of the window. All right. And then I'm going to close off that shape with a vertical line. Okay, so you can see here's my door and here is my window. If you don't have to do this, but if you want to render it, you can. So just for the sake of showing you this, if you want to toss a little doorknob in there, I'm going to put a doorknob right here. Okay, and that's going to be my doorknob. You can kind of see that. And then for the window, maybe I'll do those like crisscross panes of the window itself. So the line in the middle is going to be totally vertical. So this, and this line are going to be parallel. And then the line going through the middle of the window is going to be orthogonal. Maybe I'll have it go through the middle here. So I'm lining up the vanishing point and this little point here, and that's going to go right through, oops, that's going to go right through the window just like that. Okay, so there is my window pane, and here is my door. And then the last thing I want you guys to draw is the hardwood floor. Okay, this one's really, really, really easy. So before we do the hardwood floor, right on this bottom line here of the rectangle, this is the back wall right on the floor, right in that corner of the room. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put equidistant dots from each other. You can kind of estimate. You don't have to measure it out perfectly, but they're equidistant from each other. And I'm just putting these dots just like this, and I'll put one more. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my straight edge. I'm going to line up my vanishing point. So now this ruler or this triangle is going to be stuck to this vanishing point. I line it up with the first dot we made, draw out. Okay. I'm going to rotate it right on that vanishing point, draw out. Do the same thing. Notice that I'm rotating and it's always on the vanishing point, always. Even if the line looks like it's going vertically. Okay, and you can see that it's now being angled the other way because it's now on this side of the vanishing point. So I'm twisting this. This, and then I have one more. And this. Okay, so then after you're done, you could see that you have your back wall here. There's nothing on it right now. We just have a back wall. Here's our ceiling. There's nothing on the ceiling, but we could always add to that later. We have our window on one side wall. We have to make sure that this line, and this line all go to the vanishing point. And then, of course, we have our door, and the top of the door is going to the vanishing point. All right? And then we have our hardwood floor. And the hardwood floor really gives it that nice sense of depth. And again, after you're done drawing this, you definitely want to kind of look at it from far away. You get a better sense of depth when you look at it. When you're looking at it too closely, I don't know, sometimes you don't see it as well. So I encourage you guys to just kind of, pull it away from your face at arm's length and take a look at it. And you should see that it has some kind of sense of depth. And that's really what we're going for. All right? So, and then after you're done, if you want to, you may erase the horizon line. I'm not going to do that, but if you want to, you can erase the horizon line, but don't erase anything else. All right? So that's all I'm going to ask for you guys to do today. Again, a door, a window, hardwood floor inside of that space. Make sure that you take a picture, a nice picture. Please make sure it's not blurry. And then upload it to this assignment, and then go ahead and turn it in. If you guys turn it in, I could definitely see that you completed it. All right, I'm here for you. See you guys later.